Hello, my name is Muhammad Nazir from class MGT 361. So today I will present about how Japan economy was affected by the crisis. Let's go through one by one. In the 90s, in the 1990s, Japan faced a challenging time known as the lost decade due to a economic crisis. This period brought significant change and difficult for the country. Let's explore the impacts this economic crisis and understanding how it affected Japan economy and life of its people. For overview, Japan economic crisis. There are 5 points here. The Japan economic crisis in 1990 was a severe economic downturn. It was triggered by the bursting of the asset price bubble. The crisis lasted for over a decade and significant impact on the country economy. It result of deflation, stagnation, and high level of non-performing loans. The Japan economic crisis in 1990, commonly known as the lost decade, was a pivotal period in the country economic history. Okay, for the GDP construction, we can see here the graph. We can see you can see the from 1990 drop down the economic the point here. So Japan went through the difficult economic period in 1990s that significantly impacted the GDP or total economic performance of the nation. After the bubble burst, there was a protected period hardship because of the deflation trend in pricing. People were becoming more frugal with their money. The GDP or gross domestic product decreased as a result of consumer and companies caution spending. So people was that time very caution, very what you call it, very caution lah to spend their money. So in addition, company had to deal with decline demand and debt, which affected their earning capacity for investment. Japan export all the sale good to foreign nation suffered a result of the diminished demand worldwide. Although the government did the best to assist by boosting the economy, things were entirely resolved. The crisis also made Japan rethink how it managed its economy, moving away from relying too much on exporting goods. In short, the economic trouble had a big effect on Japan GDP during the time. Okay, for asset price bubble, positive aspect and negative consequences. There are two things. Okay, we go through the positive aspect first. The asset price bubble can lead to rapid wealth creation for investor. Second, during the bubble, asset price and often skyrocket, leading to high return on investment. Third, investor can take advantage of the bubble by buying low and selling high, maximum profit. Okay, for the negative consequences, also I have 3 points here. The asset price bubble can create an unsustainable market condition with inflated price. When the bubble bursts, investor can experience significant financial losses. For the third point, the asset price bubble can lead to economic instability and market crash. Okay. For impact and reason, crash in Japan. The stock market crash in Japan have several economic consequences. Investors suffered significant financial losses during the period. The crash was caused by the combination of speculative bubble and market manipulation. Government intervention and policy change we are implemented to stabilize the market. For trading effect, Japan trade with a foreign nation shifted in the 1990 as the country experienced economic difficulties because fewer people we are purchasing as much. They sold less goods to other countries. The yen, the country of the Japan, also decreased in value. So Japan sought for a new trading partners in order to combat this and reduce its import from other countries. Because of fewer individual, we are making purchases globally. Industry like technology and automobiles, we are struggling. The government made an effort to assist by facilitating the international trade for companies. In summary, Japan economic problem forced to the change the way it's traded by looking for the new allies and responding to the decline of in the market for its goods. For banking system collapse worsening the crisis. There are 4 points here. Massive point first is massive bank failure crippled the economy, exacerbating the financial downturn. The collapse shattered public confidence, leading to the widespread panic and withdrawal of funds. Credit flows as a bank stopped lending, inhibiting business and consumer from accessing capital. For government bailout, we are required to stabilize the banking system and restore stability. Effect of real estate market crash on economy. Decline. Reduction in home price and sale volume leading to a slowdown in economic activity. The collapse of the real estate market led to a substantial decline in property values, resulting in a widespread wealth destruction for the homeowner and investor. For financial crisis, subprime mortgage default, collapsing banks and job losses, causing a ripple effect across the industry. Debt and deflation. Crisis impact excessive debt. There are 4 points here. During the crisis, excessive debt become a pressing issue, affecting economy worldwide. Government, corporation and individual found themselves burdened with the higher level of debt. The heavy debt loads hinder of economy growth and recovery. High debt repayment obligation reduce disposable income, limiting consumer spending and business investment. Debt overhang also led the deflation spiral. Decreased spending and weak demand resulted in falling price as a business struggle to sell their product or service. The deflation further exacerbated the debt problem as increased the real value of debt and made them even more challenging to repay. Unemployed and corporate restructuring. We go through one by one. Okay, for the unemployment, there are 3 points here. Okay, for the sharp increase, the economic crisis led to a big rise in the job losses as many struggling companies will downsize their companies. So the job insecurity, workers feel more uncertain about their job because company we are struggling to stay stable. Traditionally, permanent employee decrease and more temporary and part-time emerge. Impact of consumer confidence, high employment made people caution with spending worsening economic challenge. So number two, corporate restructuring, bankruptcy and insolvency. Many Japanese company, especially in banking and real estate, face financial problem and went bankrupt that time. So the debt overhang company have which high debt level work on reducing through measure like debt for equity swap to survive. Shift in business practice. The crisis forced rethink traditional business practice like lifelong employment and cross shareholding. Company adapted to more market-driven practice, emphasizing efficiency and competitive. Okay, for the government response, uh, first we have 3 points here. The Japanese government has implemented several measures to manage the crisis. For instance, they have established a task force comprising the experts from the various fields to analyze the situation and recommend effect strategies. Second, additionally, the government has allocated a significant amount of fund toward healthcare, infrastructure, and research. They have expanded testing capabilities, increased the product of medical equipment, and funded by the development, potential, and treatment vaccine. Furthermore, the Japanese government implemented a strict level restriction, imposed a quarantine measure, and promote public awareness campaign to educate citizens about the measure of the wearing a mask, practicing social distancing, and maintaining the personal hygiene. The impact of the economic crisis in 1990. Repercussion. The collapse of Japan asset bubble led to prolonged economic stagnation, impacting global market and trade. Financial instability. The crisis revealed a vulnerability in banking system and highlighted interconnectedness and international economy. Last decade, Japan economy downturn prolonged for a decade, which negative effect employment, investment, and consumer spending. Uh, Assessing a recover process. First, evaluate the step taken to recover from crisis, including the financial measure implemented of recovery. Lesson learned. Identify the key insight the takeaway from the crisis, such as for improvement and strategy. Initiate future risks, impact, and adaptation. Examining the impact of the crisis on various stakeholders, exploring how organizations have to adapt their process and strategy for the future resilience. Conclusion. There are several economic crises. This is hurting many parts of Japan. These measures are influence to finance, employment, and GDP. But it's critical to view which is the opportunity for a calculated comeback. For a government initiative such as stimulus plan to be successful, careful observation is required. International cooperation and commercial alliance are the essential to a Japan economic revival. Managing a social effect like poverty and inequality need a comprehensive strategy that include both short-term, fixed, and long-term adjustment. Japan need to take an initiative in order to overcome this obstacle. A robust and long-lasting economy recover may be facilitated by using the well-considered policies, learning from the past, and routinely evaluating the situation, Japan may rebound even more powerful than before, with careful preparation and coordination, even if the path ahead may be difficult. Thank you very much.